60 Minutes Overtime.
Well, this week on 60 Minutes, we met Ray Dalio. He runs the most successful hedge fund in the world, and he is one of the wealthiest men in the United States. But despite all of his wealth and all of his success, he's not really that well known. If you know Ray Dalio at all, it's because of his book, Principles. Ray Dalio has laid out about 200 principles, and he told us that he would not have had the success that he has had. He wouldn't be the wealthy man that he is today had he not followed his own principles.
It's 100% in those principles. In other words, principles are like when you're in a situation, what choices should you make?
When you talk to Ray Dalio, there's a bit of Ray Dalio speak. He speaks in a way that is unique to him, and he talks about his principles quite a lot. Let me take some of your principles and throw them at you and see if you can just very briefly explain to me what they mean. Shoot people you love.
What I mean is, at the end of the day, people have got to have two things. They have to have great character and they have to have great capability in order to make a great organization. And in order to do that, there are times that you're going to have to let somebody you love go. I have another expression which is pain plus reflection equals progress. So pain sometimes can be a messenger that maybe you're not handling it so well and that there are lessons in that.
Another of your principles, you say to pay for the person, not the job.
Yeah, if a person is changing a job, and if you were to think about should you compensate them, you have to pay for what that person is like and make sure you pay them well for what they're like, rather than the title that they have.
He wants the best ideas from all of his workers to rise to the top so that his company can make the best decisions about what stocks to buy, what stocks to sell, and over the years they've had incredible success doing that.
I want an idea meritocracy, and I want to get there through radical truthfulness and radical transparency. So what I mean is that I want a system in which the best ideas win out. And I want to get there through radical truthfulness. In other words, people say what they honestly mean. And radical transparency allows people to see things for themselves.
Ray Dalio invited us into Bridgewater. He doesn't invite very many people in. And we sat in on one of their morning meetings.
And then I agree with you in terms of the Fed changes.
The thing that we found really interesting was as the employees and the managers are talking at this meeting, everybody else in the meeting is giving them a grade. They're analyzing, is what he's saying or what she's saying, does it make any sense? Am I learning anything from this person? Is their presentation clear and concise? And everybody's sitting around sort of hitting their computers, giving them a plus or a minus, and you see that in real time.
It helps me hone in on the deficiencies, let's say in a conversation like this. I meant to impart 3 points, and 2 of them were not important because I see the dots do not suggest them, that I imparted them well. Then I wonder why I didn't do it. What was my deficiency? That's been the most helpful for me.
I think you have to have not a really thick skin, but you can't have a thin skin, I don't think, to go through something like that. Ray Dalio told us that they lose about 30% of their new hires within the first 18 months because a lot of people just can't take that. It is hard to take.
So that is the backdrop of what happened.
I was expecting to walk into a place and sort of see a bunch of people who were kind of afraid of their own shadows because everybody's watching and everybody's criticizing and everybody's analyzing my every action. But I didn't see that at all.
22 years for me, I've been getting transparent, honest feedback. That's honed me, much of it negative, but it's helped me then see myself better, allow me to be stronger as a result of that.
What it seems to do, and what Ray Dalio hopes that it does do, is helps people see what they do well and what they don't do well. And then with the help of the other employees, you will improve on the things that you don't do well, and you'll do the things that you do well even better. But you got to get used to that strangeness first.